So cool, man. Let's stay on that subject of fitness, man. And dig a little deeper, bro. I know you have a gym. Tell us about the gym. How did that come about, man?
So I honestly can say, like I say, for me, because I went to Alabama State on a football scholarship, so I played football. And of course, you're playing football. Everybody think, hey, I'm going to the league. I'm going to the league. But at the same time, you know, it's your passion, but you want to go to the league because you want to change your lifestyle for you and your family. You want to change your legacy. So I always felt like, hey, no matter what, I'm going to change that part. If it's not the league, if it's not, etc. But because I was in that space, I always was coaching. I always was training. I always was helping other athletes out. I always was studying, you know, just about different exercises and things like that. And when I moved to Atlanta, I lost all of that because I was so focused on trying to just, make sure provide for my family. And my wife got pregnant for the second time, and I ended up gaining like 25 pounds. So I ended up joining a CrossFit gym. And when I joined the CrossFit gym, my whole goal was just to, hey, look, I want to be healthy because I was having a son, and I was not going to let this dude like run around and be more athletic than me. So that was my main goal. So that was my motivation. But as I was training at this gym for about a year and a half, I ended up losing the weight. And the owner just walked up to me one day and said, hey, man, I'm looking to get out the business. Do you think about you want to, buy the gym? And I was like, what do you mean? Why do you feel like it's me? He was like, hey, just looking at your leadership in the gym, and I think you'll be a good candidate. I know you're an entrepreneur. Like, this is something you're looking forward to. And I said yes. So me and him end up making a deal where I'm purchasing all of his equipment from him. And that's how the gym came pretty much. I just kind of took over his whole book of business, the equipment, and I ended up being in the same building he was in and everything. And that's a whole nother story because where I'm at now, I was over there, McDonald Parkway. So I was over there doing, in that facility. But I ended up moving to the facility I met you at after a time because at that time, my rent was only $1,200 a month.
Wow.
So imagine that. Like I said, you really can it was a good profit margin there. But I was next to a MMA boxing gym. So what they decided to do when I became the owner, because they all were partners, they decided to do the same type of exercises that I was doing in my gym. So they ended up opening up a CrossFit gym on next door to me. So it's two CrossFit gyms next door to each other. This is my first year of business. So I'm there like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And to be honest, we barely made it. We was just going, step by step because it was just so much cross marketing. It was so hard for clients to know which business, they can choose from. So I ended up taking another step out on faith and moving over to the facility I'm at now on Jonesboro Road, which took my rent up almost 300%. So I was almost like at around $4,000 to $5,000 for rent. But I took the faith, I jumped out, and my business has been growing ever since. Because we're in a better location. Because of course, location is going to be your foot traffic. You're being around other brands that are recognizable by other, your brand recognition. So I think that was one of the best decisions I ever made by just taking a step on faith and moving over to the facility I'm in right now, 1873 Jonesboro Road in McDonough, Georgia.
That's a dope story, man, because a lot of times when God puts an idea or something in our minds and we have a dream about it, it don't come with a roadmap or a blueprint.
Nope.
But if it's there for a reason. And you have to just trust the process and take the faith and use your intuition, and it always seems to kind of work out. But it was a pivot, man. I know we got people interested probably in opening the gym. What's the day-to-day? First of all, if somebody was trying to open in the gym, what advice would you give them? How hard is it to open a gym? What are they to start that process on maybe getting a gym up and running?
So I truly would honestly say that it's a $1 billion industry. So long as you're in a location that you can be competitive, as far as where you want to be, as far as like, your price range, and that's going to be as far as your salary, that type of things. But long as you do that research, then it's unlimited. It's adaptable anywhere. Like you can do it in the state of Georgia, the state of Iowa, the state of Michigan. So it's really just going to be on once you pick a location and do the research as far as your competition around and the per capita. Once you do that, a gym you can put it anywhere.
Got you. Now, are there any type of loans or you would recommend somebody doing, like what if I'm starting from scratch and I found a location, what would be my next step on figuring out like how to actually get the funds to put one together?
Definitely. So I would honestly say that, of course, as being an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that your credit is right. Once you make sure that your credit is right, you're able to leverage your credit to be able to get different credit cards. You also can get with different vendors and stuff that you can get different credit lines with. Like, for instance, Rogue is a very big vendor that sells pretty much all type of equipment, from your racks to your benches to your weights to your dumbbells. So with you leveraging your credit and getting, a account with them, you're able to, supply the equipment that you need for your gym. And then from that point, you can have a monthly payment that you can kind of put into your fixed costs, where you can be able to pay these things back. So I would definitely say that, making sure that your credit is on point, building relationships with banks and credit unions. That's always good, advice as well, because you can maybe get a lump sum loan to be able to pay for some other things that you might want to do, like marketing or signs and different things like that, as far as, the build out.
Got you. What are some of, I know with any business, man, there are always perks, but there always are challenges. What are some of the challenges that you faced as a gym owner?
As a gym owner, when people think about the gym, it's not like priority. It's so many different things that's going on in their life. So a gym membership is not really going to be priority. It's only going to be priority to them to when they, got somewhere they got to go, or the doctor already told them they're sick. It's not in their brain. And so it kind of goes with seasonal, like right now from January to October or so, I would have a good traffic. And then around November, around the end of the year, it could slow down due to holidays and shopping and things like that. So being a business owner, with you knowing those things, you just have to prepare yourself and budget your different expenses and your profits to make sure that you're able to survive and still be profitable for the 12 months. So I would definitely say that was one of the things that I kind of recognize, that people are, they don't put health as a priority to them, which they should. It should be the number one thing, because without health, how are you going to build wealth, or how are you going to be able to enjoy all the fruits and things that you're out here working for every day? So I would say that you need to make sure that you prioritize health, because with that's going to help you be more successful. It's going to help you you can reach your goals faster, because your mindset, your body, everything will be working at the rate that you need to be able to reach your goals.
Man, health is definitely wealth, man. I've got about 30 pounds off me in the last 6 months, and
Yes.
still got something to go, but feel like a new person, man.